You wake up once more, alone in a wagon. But this time, you feel a sense of accomplishment, like you've crossed a milestone. Slaying the focused fault always leaves that taste of victory. But now there's something more, almost like you've crossed the first landmark in a journey. As you dust yourself off and make your way back to the seat of the wagon, your familiar home, you prepare for the journey ahead. After all, one landmark does not a journey make, and there's still a long way to go. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Loki Orin, and we are back at it. As we head into the crossroads here, I was doing some quick calculation, and we just crossed the 1/3 mark of the 93 named formations. I have 31 completed runs, or is it 32 now? It's one of those two. The point is, we've crossed the 1/3 mark, which is very exciting for me. It's been a very fun journey getting to this point, and I'd like to thank everyone who's tuned in, the subscribers, and folks just stopping by. Thank you for supporting me, and hope you're enjoying the show. Now let's get into it. So, we're gonna take out a formation of my own choosing here. I know we do have a couple requests, but I do want to clean up an older request here. So let's go ahead and get a variation of the unusual suspects here. Put together a formation that was told to me by a fellow D&D or Darkest Dungeon 2 player that this was one of their first wins, I believe, against the Focus Fault was with the formation Pat Hand. So in honor of that, I figured I'd take this one out for a spin. So in the back line, we've got the familiar Paracelsus. She's got head in the sand, which is not our favorite. But, if we find ourselves in the sluice, that'll be pretty good. And to be honest, it looks like she's probably gonna lock herself in the 4th rank. So probably not doing Surgeon, even though Surgeon is quite good. Probably just maximize Blight Chance? I don't know, there's a world where Surgeon is decent, because we can use Audrey to get Paracelsus into the 3rd rank. I just don't know that that's going to be what I want to do here. Yeah, you know what? We're just going to go Alchemist. Paracelsus is an Alchemist. Kind of set her up for her standard rear rank setup here. Yeah. We'll call that good for now. Next up is Audrey, who we do have... Hendry. What a weird name for... we did have a name request a while ago. Kiryu Hanzo, longtime subscriber, requested Katherine as the Grave Robber. Unfortunately, Katherine did not survive the run of Don't Fear the Reaper. And we wanted to go ahead and take that formation out for... Or take her out for another spin, give her the opportunity to, shine once more. Supporting us, a longtime friend here, we have Kiryu Hanzo, our sharp-shot highwayman, who has been with me for quite a number of runs. And he is already set up for success. I guess there's a world where we use Duelist Advance, but maybe not. I'll just leave it like this for now. And finally, the ever-powerful Leper, who has probably... Oh, no, that's the crit one. That one's not so good. I thought that was the ranged one initially. Do we want to put him on something like Tempest or even Poet is kind of tempting because that just makes him incredibly tanky and reduces his damage, but not by a whole heck of a lot. On the other hand, we could just do Tempest and just have him kind of bring the smack down here. Monarch is also kind of interesting. I don't hate it against the Seething Sigh. Or not the Seething Sigh, the Focused Fault. And it would just mean that we're not using Chop for most of the run. I don't know. Let's take Poet out for a spin. I don't know if I've ever played with Poet, so let's go ahead and take that out. So, 25% reduced damage. I mean, in the end, his core skills are so good that I don't know that he needs a lot of help. He's got that flawed release anyway. But yeah, this is the formation Pat Hand. It's really just, I mean, granted, all formations are technically just a derivation of Unusual Suspects. You know, you swap out enough characters and anything is. But this is really kind of a very clear Unusual Suspects variant. You're really just swapping out the Man-at-Arms for the Leper. And that puts you over the top here. So a lot of what we've been saying in the Unusual Suspect runs and their variations is holding true here. You just have a slightly different kind of tank. The Man-at-Arms is really good at absorbing a lot of attacks and reflecting damage backwards, whereas the Leper is more about just having kind of endless endurance. So, 37 candles to finish this out and just have all my characters unlocked. Or I could head to, like, the Timeless Wood. Harmless Mischief's kind of tempting. Oh man, there's a lot of things we can spend candles on. I mean, I still have a lot of stuff to unlock as well. So you know what? What we'll do here, we will finish out the Bounty Hunter just to have him done. And let's get to finishing the unlocks here. And I think we're just going to drop this all into trinkets. Fisherman's Line. That could be interesting. If we can find a serrated item. Armory Key is an interesting one too, if we can find the relevant trinkets to support it. That one's not very good. That's not a very good Silent Treatment. This may as well read Grave Robber only, because she's the one character that has a lot of access to stealth. I mean, I guess the Runaway does too, but really, you know, the Grave Robber is probably the best at it. And she has a lot of synergy with stealth anyway, so a trinket that rewards going into stealth seems pretty good. We'll just keep slamming down these trinkets here. Another Dark Impulse. Useful against the Leviathan, not particularly useful anywhere else. That's enough trinkets for right now. I want to get some more Stagecoach items unlocked too. Just a couple. We're getting all the, we're just getting all the almanacs. Kyurgen's Directory is not too bad. But yeah, let's take that out. So as we head in to start this run, I mean, this first fight's not very interesting, so we'll really focus on the formation in kind of this macro sense, and hit our big three here: healing, stress healing, and damage output. Starting with stress healing, that's probably where this formation is weakest. We really don't have a stress healer. We technically have Kiryu and Katherine, who both crit a fair bit, and criticals do have a chance to heal stress. But we don't really have like a direct stress healer. The only one who does is Baldwin, our leper, who can heal himself. Or who can stress heal himself only. So stress is definitely going to be something that we need to keep an eye on because we really don't have a way to manage it. However, on the other hand, we talk about healing as in HP healing, and suddenly we're in a lot better place. Baldwin has, you know, even if he wasn't a poet, has very strong healing for himself with Solemnity. And Paracelsus is, you know, the healer par excellence of the game right now. So that really gives you a strong edge. Man, we've got a lot of trinkets and a bunch of. We could just have all the almanacs. That's kind of cute. I'm almost tempted to buy that. But I think I'd rather get the poultices. None of the rest of this really impresses. We'll buy the healing salve and head out. Yeah. Yep. Overall, kind of a disappointing thing. But yeah, so healing output, returning to our main line here. Katherine and Baldwin can both heal themselves. Paracelsus is really the healer par excellence right now. The occultist can have bigger heals, but nobody's as consistent as Paracelsus. Particularly in that she has both battlefield medicine, which is a very consistent heal, but also indiscriminate science, which is a very powerful heal when you can set it up. And then finally, damage output. I mean, what is there really to say here? Even with a poet leper, so we're reducing his damage output by 25%. I mean, the fact is we have the Highwayman and the Grave Robber, who are both damage-centric characters. We have a ton of blight coming out of the Plague Doctor. Oh wow! I didn't even give Katherine a hero path. Whoopsie! And I don't think that's going to be what matters here. I meant to give her a hero path and then completely forgot. Oh well. Then I think that'll be okay. Ideally, I would have made her a Venom drop or something. But I think that, you know, I don't think that it's going to be a particular problem. Alright, yeah, so, obviously there was a cut there. I just went back and looked and tried to see if there was a way I could go back and give Katherine a hero path, but it's going to be more trouble than it's worth. So, you know what? Forget it. We're just going to do it with a Wanderer. I think it'll be perfectly fine. The Grave Robber does enough on her own. I mean, we're really counting on her for damage output and, you know, blight needles. So, yeah, you know, thought about it for a moment and decided it wasn't worthwhile. Plus, this'll be interesting. I made a mistake, so let me own up to it. Well, neither of these rewards are very impressive. Fighting 2 cultists for a single mastery point is not awful, but the sprawl just like getting the trophy off of the librarian is pretty impactful. And we do have 2 of these burn resist poultices, so we can go pretty hard pretty early. May as well put this in. And let's do our trinkets real quick. Alrighty. So clenching claws does not negatively affect the leper in any way. We're not really looking for him to move. Interesting. We can do covert cloak plus armory key. Because we don't have a weapon, unfortunately. We could also go, so Covert Cloak plus Armory Trinket can make someone pretty tanky. We can also go Silent Treatment, though. And I kind of want to, do we want Move Resist or Disease Resist? Well, neither of these is very impressive. I'll save that for right now. But yeah, we've got a lot of trinkets. This is, oh, I didn't even notice Katherine has On Guard, which is quite good. Put that on you. And yeah, 2, you know, We'd kind of rather have a weapon than a, We'd kind of rather have a weapon than an armor item, but we do have an armor item, so maybe the answer is just work with what we've got here. Put the, probably put peculiar pods there. All right, there we go. So we've got a full stack of decent trinkets here. Oh, well, you can have something. Oh. Well, none of these do anything for you. Oh, well. Yep. There we go. We got a full stack of trinkets, and I think, who's got our lowest burn resist? So you're at 20, 30, 30, 60. So it's not going to be Paracelsus. So it's probably just do Baldwin and Kiryu. The two people kind of at the front rank here, most likely to get hit. We got our 2 mastery points here. I mean, we're 100% to go up against the, we're 100% to go up against the librarian. We're not going to not go up against the librarian. So I do think we just set up all the blight in the world and just try to blight him down. Yeah, I think we're just going to kind of go with her base kit. Let's add the provisioner. Take that pipe weed. We'll take that soothing poultice too. There is a fisherman's net, which makes it a chance on hit to stun. All right, well, we can come along with that. Where do we put that then? Neither of these are really doing very much. Especially that's not doing a whole heck of a lot. There we go. So now Kiryu is stunning, has a chance on hit to stun. Put that there. And whose relationship do we want to bump up here? Doesn't look like it's really going to matter, so we will just do Kiryu and Katherine. Sitting in a tree. Anything else? We can buy the bread. We can buy 3 bread. Yeah, okay. Get everyone a little bit tankier. And did say we're heading to the sprawl, so yeah, think we're ready to rock and roll here. We do have the bounty hunter available, but I don't see that he adds very much to this formation, so we're just gonna pass this time. I'm gonna dive in. Yeah, so thank you all for watching. Tune in next time as Pat Hand starts its run in the sprawl. We're heading to the Focused Vault, so it should be a good time. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. Let the YouTube algorithm know that I make content that you and people like you like to watch. Till next time, see ya.